Welcome to the GreenLight Investor for the week ending September 4th, 2015. Our goal at the GreenLight Investor is to provide a resource to make managing your 401k both a simple and easy process. We do this by using red, green, and yellow cells in our worksheet to help you decide when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. This presentation is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as personal investment advice. I'll be showing a number of examples, and that's exactly what they are. They are examples of how you can use this worksheet to help make investment choices within your 401k. Please refer to your own investment policy and make sure that your choices are both appropriate for your time horizon as well as your understanding and acceptance for taking risk in financial markets. Please take time to consult with a professional financial consultant if you have any questions at all regarding your own personal situation. That said, let's go right into our worksheet. It's been a rather volatile week again in the market, so let's go ahead and see what our worksheet shows. On the left side of the worksheet, we start out with our investment choices. They're arranged by fund number, symbol, the fund name, and a description of the fund. At the top of the list, we have our core investments, which are the index funds. And if you want to do additional research, you can click on any of the symbols and you'll go to an outside page that will give you additional information regarding each of the funds. As you scroll down into the satellite section, these funds become slightly more aggressive as you scroll down it. We'll move into the money market, the fixed income, the U.S. growth and income, U.S. equities, international funds, and sector funds. Center section, we have the performance. We update this each week with the closing price, the month-to-date return. This column shows the quarter-to-date return, and this column shows the year-to-date return for each of the funds. This is important so you can keep track of how your investment choices are doing relative to the other funds that are available to you in each of the different categories. Finally, we'll go to what I think is the most important section of this worksheet, and that's the current weekly trends. We'll focus on column V because that shows the week-over-week relative strength trend change. Each week we'll show which funds are the strongest and which are the weakest. The stronger funds will be shown by green cells down column W, and the funds that have performed the weakest on this week will be highlighted in red cells. As you scroll down, you're able to see the brighter the green, the stronger the fund's performance has been, and the stronger the red color, the stronger or the weaker the fund has been. Each week then we continue to scroll and keep track of how the weekly trend scores change. When trends are positive, you'll see green cells to the right of column V, and when fund performance has generally been negative, the cells will turn red. You're able to follow the fund's general performance trends by looking at the numerical values in each of the cells. Each week we'll assign a relative strength score based on the performance of that fund each week. As these trend scores get stronger or the numerical value gets higher, that shows that the fund is strengthening. When you see the numerical scores get lower or weaker, that means that the fund is generally performing weaker. The red, green, and yellow cells will give a real easy visual description as to the strength of the overall market. As you can see when I scroll down here, you're seeing lots of red and lots of yellow. Several weeks ago we saw quite a bit more green, so the funds have definitely been weakening as time has gone on these last few weeks. One thing that's interesting is that there's three columns that I think are very important. Column U, which is our long-term direction of the market, and column W, which is our weekly trend score. Generally, we like to see green and possibly even some yellow, but we like to avoid the red cells in both of these columns. And that's how we use this worksheet to help determine what the allocation for our funds should be within the 401k plan. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at how we can use this worksheet to allocate our assets. If we click on View and then Custom Views, we can click on the My Current Allocation and then Show. Here, down column H, we'll see what our current hypothetical portfolio consists of. And right now we have 20% in our growth index fund, and we have 10% in the financial services, and 5% in the real estate. Other than that, we've moved 65% of the funds over to the money market because of the excessive amount of red cells that have appeared. So with that said, let's scroll down and see how our funds are doing. We have the 65% allocation, which is a yellow in column U and a yellow in column W. All that means is it's a neutral because it's a money market. As we scroll down, we'll go to our current allocation in the growth fund. We're seeing that it's now turned red for 2 weeks in a row, and it's got a yellow for the long-term trend. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and take this and move that capital over to the money market until we see more green cells appear. So let's go ahead and move that 65. We'll add the 20% allocation to that. That's going to bring us up to an 85% allocation into the money market. Once we start seeing green cells appear, then that will be our signal to reallocate money back into these different categories. And our final allocations, we have a 10% allocation into the financial services. That's turned red, and it also has a yellow. So with that said, we're going to move that over to the money market. And finally, our real estate has a yellow as the long-term trend. And we still have a green light, but because of the amount of red and the trend of reds that are growing, I'm going to go ahead and move those both over to money market for this week. Let's go ahead and move that. And that's so the 15% we had allocated to the sector funds will now get moved back over to the money market fund, and we'll have 100% allocation into the money market fund. This worksheet will keep track of how your funds are allocated, so if you do follow the system, you can simply go into your actual 401k website, make the appropriate changes, and then when you start to see green cells appear, that will help give you an idea which funds are starting to perform the strongest, and at that point we'll go ahead and make our allocations back into the funds. As this market continues, I'll go ahead and show examples of how we can do this going forward. That's what I've got for this week. Let's go ahead and go back to our main view. We'll click on the custom views, and we'll go with the performance columns and click show, and that takes us back to our main screen. That's what I've got for this week. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it's been helpful and gives you some ideas and resources to help make choices within your 401k plan. If you'd like to get a copy of this worksheet emailed to you, you can send me an email at jweixner@greenlightinvestor.org, and I'll be happy to put you on our distribution list. Or you can simply go to the website, greenlightinvestor.org, and each week I'll put this on the website. You can download it, look at it, and hopefully it will provide you some resources to help manage your 401k. We have a long weekend, so I hope you all get a chance to enjoy your 3-day weekend. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this, and enjoy your coming week. Thank you.